dock and a diving board.
There was a high thing to go on and jump off of too, because the dock went out right there.
Yep. They didn't preserve it for us, so now we have to just imagine what it was like.
Standing on the shores of Eagle Lake.
Yeah.
At the swimming hole.
Yeah,
We were
and I
fortunate.
remember I was just so impressed. The boat swung around here, and the guy just swung out and he just threw up a wall of water. And I think he fell or something, but I thought, man, I wish I could do that.
So what lesson do you have for your children and grandchildren?
Well, everything that seems big to you now is going to seem mighty small to you when you get older.
Is that the way it
This
is?
is just a little old rinky-dink place, but it was a huge place when I came. Now it's just a little mud hole, and it's of little consequence, other than the fact that it brings back incredibly good memories.
It was oh, you said a word and now I lost it. It was a big part of our life.
Yeah.
Huge part of our life.
Yeah, this is the place we came once a day, all summer long, sometimes twice a day. There's a little shop up here that sold ice cream cones.
And how many years ago was that?
Well, that would be 60 years ago.
Probably the first time I came here was the summer I was 4. So that would be 66 years ago.
Yeah. I was a scrawny little kid. I had a bit of fat on my bones. I remember I wouldn't be in more than 5 minutes. I'd turn blue. You come out and warm up in the sun and go back in and back and forth, back and forth.
I can remember getting out of the car and running to the end of the dock and diving in.
Yeah. And then there was a little floating dock out there with a diving board on it.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
That wasn't there all the time.
Not
though.
all the time. No.
But mostly that big thing that was 8 to 10 feet above the water was there, and you climb up the ladder and get up.
This was the public beach, where all the poor kids came. The rich kids, they lived on the lake. I always envied them, out there in their boats and stuff.
Skiing.
Yeah, it was just something to dream about.
And
And that's all I did is dreamed about it. And then one day I made it happen.
He got his own boat.
I actually owned a boat that would make every boat on this lake envious. It was a ski nautique.
previously owned by?
Who knows?
It was some skier.
Oh, no, I didn't know.
Yeah.
Nobody famous.
I remember.
But I tell you what, I could come out here and carve a path in this water that's never been carved before.
Those
Maybe.
maybe then.
Maybe then, yeah. Actually, I skied for the first time in 8 years, a month and a half ago. It isn't as easy as it used to be.
Yeah. The water's harder now.
It's harder to get up.
See.
But we skied. I couldn't get my foot in I've got fixed bindings. I couldn't get my foot in it, so I had to use just a recreational ski, and that wasn't any good. So, and over the winter, I'm going to get some new boots, binders for my ski that my feet fit in. We're going to carve up the lake again. Oh, I barefooted too.
Did you?
2 weeks ago? 2 months ago?
4 to 6 weeks ago, a month and a half ago.
All right. Oh, that wasn't up here in
Right
Michigan.
up here, this would be great barefooting right here. In fact, I'd have the boat come and I'd have them sling around here, make a nice sharp turn.
And you do your.
And I'd do
wall.
1 foot all the way around it.
And he'd do the wall of water that he
Oh
was
yeah,
standing.
so you put me on a ski and I'd throw up a wall 10 times better than that
Why, of course.
Joker did 20 years ago.
Yeah, of course.
You know, if he impressed me as a little kid, he probably wasn't all that impressive. Just like everything else here. Nothing here is impressive anymore. We've seen bigger and better things.
But this is a mighty fine part of your life.
It was.
When I was
Absolutely
5 years
was.
old, the tornado came through, and it came down there and just ruined so many of the houses there. We couldn't walk over there in that reed part
I vaguely
for a long
remember
time
that.
because it was just full of glass. So every time we'd go over there, we would just swim, and it was about this deep, and we would swim and we'd pick up all the glass, and eventually there wasn't any more glass there.
Yeah, this was a prime spot for the summertime. This was we had a lot of fun down here, a lot of fun, and it was a steeper grade.
Yeah.
Was it not?
Oh yes, much steeper.
I don't know what's changed. Is
They-
it just our perspective?
They redid the
or-
whole road. So they paved it, and so they cut it down because that used to be a big hill right there, and the hill's totally
Yeah,
gone.
So the road's lower, and they put all the dirt down here and made it more level. So it's very different, very different.
You never can go back. It's always
I
changed.
don't think I want to go back.
Well, there you go.
I'm having too much fun today. I never had so much fun in my life.
Doesn't take
Making
much
fun
to
of
make
me.
him happy anymore.
That's true. True.
Well, say goodbye to your friends.
Goodbye, my friends.
I even remember that.
Whoever you might be watching
that
this video.
tall house, that
Yeah.
little tiny tall house,
Oh,
or
yeah.
the white one. I
Yeah.
remember. I hadn't remembered it until I saw it. Oh, I remember that.
Yeah, this is where all the rich people came. Us little poor little snotty-nosed kids, we come sell strawberries to them.
And
Actually, I
people
don't know if
came
we
here
were
from
snotty-nosed,
Chicago.
but I'm sure we were little ragmuffins, don't you think?
probably.